Hey Scorpio, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are sort of doing a bit of a whatever comes out, kind of a general reading, but I will be doing some for love as well. I will let you all know that if you do leave a comment on one of my videos, you will actually go in the draw for a free personal reading, and I'll be drawing that very soon when we hit our first 100 subscribers. Like, so close, guys. So please like and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all your support. Obviously, just a super small channel, but we are today using the Terra Lenormand. I also have with me the Romantic Fairy Oracles, as well as, it's going to start today with the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. That's a Lucy Cavendish deck for anyone that's interested. But getting straight on into it for you, Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to be aware of? What does Scorpio need to know, please? Okay. Wow, both on the same sort of theme here. Firstly, we do have the butterfly ferrets. Okay, so that does say, I am reborn. All right, that's a lovely image there with the little butterfly wings on the ferrets. So obviously looking at transformation, probably just been through a big transformation in your life, Scorpio. It does say, I am reborn. So brand new ventures for you at the moment, I feel. You've probably been through a lot in the past few weeks, months, years, and you're feeling like a brand new person at the moment, Scorpio, which is a lovely energy. I do really like that for you straight away. We also have Dragonling Garden. Okay, so that one does say a new world is born. So not only are you reborn, but the world around you is reborn. So we are looking at a lot of changes coming in for you, Scorpio. Immediately, we do have both the yourself being reborn as well as the world around you being reborn. So probably a lot of changes occurring for you at this time. But we'll get a bit more info from the Lenormand for you. So if those changes haven't been sort of already starting, I'd be looking forward to a lot of change coming through for you, Scorpio. But we'll have a look here. Okay, what does Scorpio need to know? I'm going to draw 3 for each of those oracles. What does Scorpio need to know about the butterfly ferrets? Okay, and what does Scorpio need to know about the new world born around them? What does Scorpio need to know, please? Okay. I really like this energy for you, Scorpio. It's coming through really nicely. Firstly, when we are looking at that yourself being reborn, brand new, a lot of brand new things, probably learning a lot about yourself at the moment. We do firstly have the tree, and that is all about self-growth. Okay, so definitely seeing that you have been putting in the work and you are getting somewhere with it. Okay, so that's always a really fantastic thing to hear. We always are constantly, putting work into ourselves to grow and change and expand ourselves a little bit here. And to see the tree coming through for that I am reborn card, we are hearing that message is coming through loud and clear, that you have been doing the work and you have been working on yourself, and you are growing as a person and becoming a better version of yourself, Scorpio. So that is lovely. The tree also does talk about, taking time to look after yourself as well and nurture yourself. Okay, you do need to plant strong roots in order to be able to grow those new parts of yourself, those new branches. All right, and then I want to say, we're going to be branching out a little bit here, because with the tree, sometimes we can get that phrasing of branching out, comes through, growing new leaves, so to speak. And that's actually coming through with this card as well, because we do have the clover, all right? And so the clover can talk about, taking a risk. So branching out, taking new risks, taking new opportunities, things that you maybe hadn't thought that you would like to do in the past, wanting to actually get out and explore those avenues as well. So, the clover really is that, pick a 4-leaf clover and you'll have good luck. So it is a card of a lot of luck around you at the moment. This growth that you've put into yourself, this time and energy you've put into yourself, nurturing yourself, is actually really giving you that opportunity to take new chances and maybe even take a bit of a risk when it comes to, things in your life at the moment. Things that, yeah, like I said, you may not have thought that you wanted. You're now actually starting to take a risk towards those things. Even if it does feel like a bit of a risk, you are very well supported to do so at this time. You have a lot of good luck around you. All right. And then we actually do see the coffin. All right. So the coffin really does talk a lot about transformation. It does talk about, things that have ended, with the coffin, things that are dead and buried. But those things, closing off those cycles and closing the door on those things actually gives you that opportunity to, be reborn again. So we are seeing that, one of the catchphrases for the coffin is that death and rebirth, and having that I am reborn statement. It really shows us that the things that you have closed off, the things that you have ended in the past, are really, giving you this brand new lease on life. You are like totally reborn, and you're rebirthing all this wonderful energy within yourself. So using those things that, a lot of the time when we close a coffin cycle out, it does talk about things that weren't serving our highest good. And so using that energy to actually move into new energy that does serve your highest good. So we really are seeing that death and rebirth coming through strong for you there. And that taking a risk to close out things and end things, that you may not have really been wanting to end, but you needed, you needed to end those things. It just gives us the confidence to, branch out and risk it for yourself, for your own self betterment. That if there is things in your life that you do feel, look, that I know that needs to end because it's not actually for my own good. It's really giving us that chance to close that cycle out, so that energy can actually, move forward into being reborn into brand new positive energy for us there. So that's actually, just for one or two of you, I do feel as though that coffin actually hasn't been closed completely yet. So if there are people in your life or things in your life that that's not for your own good, that maybe you really do need to close that off a little bit. Or a lot of the time, like sometimes we do see with the coffin that Sleeping Beauty kind of vibe as well. So, sometimes when we close things off, it doesn't mean that it's forever. And that's what the coffin really talks about, is that, even death itself is not forever, because, we are reborn anew in a different way, depending on what you personally believe. There's chance for new growth. Even if you aren't a spiritual person who believes that, there's life after death, or heaven after death, or whatever it may be for you. Even if you're someone who thinks that, once you're dead and buried, that's it, you stay in the ground, you know, that even brings new birth in as well. All right, because the worms, new growth, grass grows again, all that sort of stuff, and it's feeding that environment as well. So from every death there is some sort of rebirth. It's up to you how you choose to look at that rebirth. And if you're someone like me that does believe that there is a lot more after death, then we've got a lot more interesting things to look forward to, that's for sure. But you definitely, could be looking at, I do feel for majority of you probably do have a specific belief when it comes to what happens after that. But when you stop and think about that coffin energy in that manner, that, everything, nothing is dead forever. There's always, that energy is always repurposed into something else, and thinking of situations in your life that, even if that has to end now, that energy and those emotions that you connect with that thing, they can be repurposed into something else, into something brand new for you that actually is for your own good. All right. So I got a bit deep there, so I'm sorry if that's a bit deep, Scorpio, but it's definitely a strong sort of message coming through to me. And so a lot of the time I just rattle on everything that's coming to me. So I just know that there's probably one or two people out there that kind of analogy may actually um, click things over in your brain for you. So I'm sorry if that's not for everyone, that wording or whatever, but definitely leave it for somebody else. But I hope you understand what I'm getting at. Okay, that energy is going to be redirected and become something brand new. We are really looking at that element of something being reborn, from even just the things within yourself that you've ended. So if there was a particular way that you would talk or behave, and you have ended and you have stopped doing that, you've like intentionally stopped doing that for your own good, that energy is going to come out in other behaviors, in other words that you start to use. So whatever analogy sort of fits you best there, Scorpio. Roll with it, guys. All right, but when we come to that draggling garden, which is, all the energy around you being reborn and seeing, a brand new world, opening your eyes, now that you have been reborn, opening your eyes to the world around you, and also seeing a lot of changes coming around you as well. We do have here the cross first and foremost. Okay, so the cross is, once again, I'm getting that strong spiritual message coming through that, we were just sort of discussing a lot of spiritual aspect stuff, and the spiritual stuff really does come through strong with the cross, because, obviously, the cross is a strong spiritual thing in a lot of religions. They do use the cross to represent religion in general, so it does represent religious beliefs and spiritual beliefs. Whatever you personally believe in, that's what it means for you. Okay, so we really talk about things like, having trust in God, whether it's actual God that you believe in or not, but having trust and faith that everything is happening for a reason, that kind of a vibe. It's really talking about, following your personal faith and following your personal beliefs, and those, I feel that, in this energy, it's probably, though, you actually probably becoming a lot more aware of your spiritual self, of your religious kind of self, and the faith that you have within you. All right, so once again, even if you're not someone of faith, everybody kind of has faith. Even if you have faith that there is nothing more, that still is, you have a sense of faith and belief that is your belief. So even if it's one of those really funny things that, my father and I argue about it a lot, because he identifies as, non-religious at all. He doesn't believe in anything. He believes in, science. And I'm saying, well, that's still a belief, Dad. Like, you still have a belief in something. It's, like, it's never nothing. Nothing is never nothing. Okay. It's nothing is made up of a lot of, I don't want to go all weird scientific on you there, but, there's a big argument for the fact that, even having no belief is having a belief in something. All right. Um, so I don't know why I feel the need to talk about that so much today, Scorpio. But like I said, if that resonates for you, awesome. If not, you leave that for somebody else. It's obviously for somebody, if it's coming out like. I'm just talking very intuitively today, so if it's just coming out, it's for somebody out there, all right? But we do have that cross talking about, yeah, it can also be talking about, I do feel as though its alternate meaning is actually connected to this other card that I've got here, which is the masculine. All right, so there definitely could be a person around you coming into your world at the moment who is probably going to be either a very spiritual person themselves, but I am kind of feeling that this is actually representing as them having a bit of a cross to bear, them being a little bit burdened by something in their life, and they're kind of maybe even asking you for help. Or I think that more so, it's just going to be how you recognize that that's that person, is because they are going to seem a little bit burdened, like they've got a bit of a weight on their shoulders about something, but the masculine, they are generally a person who is, usually a bit more reserved, someone who comes more from a logical sense. Well, it can also represent a father figure. So for some reason, I'm getting this strong image of my own father coming through here, because like I was just talking about with him being non-religious, he tries to come from a much more logical place, and he is a very reserved, stoic kind of person, very emotionally reserved type person, and he does definitely, like a lot of us have, something on the shoulders that, in the back of the scenes, that, they do feel a little bit burdened by as well. But, I really am just getting this strong image of my own father coming through. So for some of you, this may be a father figure, somebody like that. But it definitely could also be just like a boss figure, or just someone elsewhere in your life. It could even be a romantic interest. We'll see when we go into the love side of things. But they are presenting you with a choice or a decision, or a new path in your life that you may want to walk. But I feel like it's going to be your choice whether you want to, embrace this. Like, it feels like they're kind of, offering you something. Whoever this person is, it does feel as though they're offering you this choice of, do you want to come walk this path? Do you want to something brand new coming into your life, and you're having to choose whether or not you want to follow that path or not? All right. So we did see that clover there as well, back with that other card within yourself. So it's kind of talking about, if you want to take the risk, go for it. All right, because the road really does talk about choices and decisions, but it also does talk about, especially with the cross there as well, it really does talk about, you're on the right path. No matter which decision you make, that's the right path for you to be taking. You are on the right path within your life at the moment, Scorpio. It really does come out a lot when it lets us know that, no matter what choice you make, no matter what decision you make, you are following your path, and you're doing it well. From everything we're seeing from this other energy there, you are doing it really well. All right, and sometimes we follow a path and there's a few detours, but we still eventually continue on down that path, and that's our path. There is that strong sense of destiny with the cross as well. So it really does let us know that, even if you encounter obstacles in the future, that is part of the path for you. All right. So whatever choice you make, that's going to be the right choice for you. So whatever choice you do make when it's presented to you, stand strong in your choice. No need to question yourself, because it's kind of like that whole, a new world is born. It's a new adventure, one way or another. It's a brand new adventure. No matter which road you walk along, it's a chance to, check out the sights. There may be some detours along the way, but who knows? That detour might actually take you to this beautiful, amazing waterfall. Like, and you never kind of know. Those detours might come up for a reason. You might meet somebody in that detour that you were supposed to meet, and all those kinds of things. All right. So no matter what choices you make, no matter what path you choose to walk, just know that you are doing the right thing for yourself. All right. But we'll move over into love for you, Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know about love, please? Okay, so firstly, we have the magnetism card has come through. So that does say there is a gravitational pull to each other. So someone either in your world already, or, soon to be in your world, that you will feel a really strong connection to them, like that gravitational pull to this person. All right. So that's coming through. But we also do have the third party card. So that does say you may be dealing with a karmic situation, all right? A lot of the time when we do have a karmic situation, there is that sense of magnetism, but we'll get some Lenormand just to sort of delve into that a little bit more. Okay, what does Scorpio need to know about love, please? Why does Scorpio need to know this about love, please? Okay, and just clarify that third card, please. Okay, so firstly, we do have the key, all right? So that brings us success in love, no matter which path we choose. Once again, we do have that success. Like I mentioned with the coffin too, it's opening brand new doors. You've closed off these doors with that coffin card, and now we are seeing brand new doors opening up to you with the key, okay? Because it does sort of unlock everything. It really does, it's like that skeleton key that will unlock any door that you want it to open. So we really are seeing a lot of brand new opportunities, coming through with love for you, Scorpio. We also do have the sun, okay? So the sun is the happiest card in the deck. It is a lot of happiness, that warmth and happiness. It really is vibing me with that magnetism card. So, you're going to vibe to this person and you're going to have that just sense of happiness when you're around this person, all right? They're really going to set yourself on fire, I feel. But there may be something that comes to light with that sun there, all right? So there may be something that comes to light, and I feel as though that's that third party energy. Sorry, Scorpio. So it may come to light that there I don't feel strongly that it's a third party as in, another person in the situation. I am actually feeling that it might be revealed to you that um, there's just a third party in the sense of there's something else occupying their time. They, or you may meet because of a third party. Like you may meet them through somebody else. I'm not really feeling strongly that it's like I feel it's more a fear thing, Scorpio, that you may actually just be afraid that there's a third party when there may not actually be. You may meet them like in a weird way. Like, so you may actually meet someone who, when you first meet them, there's this strong magnetism between you. But then you find out that, hang on, they're still, in love with their ex, or they're still living with their ex, or they're still attached somehow to an ex, and they need to resolve that issue before you and them can actually move forward. Because what we can see here, I do have the feminine, which was clarified by the Tower. All right, so it kind of lets us know this feminine is, very emotional. That's where our emotions sort of really do come out with that feminine energy, and it really does talk about, and like I said, it definitely could be talking about this the third party being someone from their past. Could just be a totally straightforward, logical message that they're still dealing with someone from their past when you first meet them, and needing them to close that cycle out before moving forward. But I feel for majority of you, this is actually, something about this magnetism and something about the way that this happens. It actually just sets you off emotionally, and makes you concerned that something from your past is going to be repeated, that you are going to, it's going to feel a little bit like a past situation, but I'm feeling intuitively that it's different, that it's not the fear, it's not what you're fearing. All right, I am feeling that it's different, but it's going to set your fears off a little bit. I feel set you off a bit emotionally. You will probably just be a bit emotional, and I'm feeling that it's only right at the beginning. It'll be revealed to you pretty quickly, all right? It'll be revealed to you pretty quickly with that sun there. And with the key and the sun, the happiness and the success totally overrides this message, okay? This is just a bit of a side note about, I feel, about how you guys meet. So you may be meeting like through a third party, or like I said, they're still attached to somebody from their past. But with that Tower, it just talks about, you know, if you take some time to yourself and really sort of think things through, without being too emotional and reacting emotionally, and worrying about the past. You know, make sure you're setting strong foundations between you and this person, and it will all be resolved, and everything that will come to light, you will find out the truth of the whole situation, and you will realize that there's sort of nothing to worry about. But you know, just make sure you are setting the foundations strong. So when I talk about setting the foundations strong in this sort of a situation, I do really mean things like, you know, if there are things that come to light, make sure that you talk all that through with this person. Talk through your emotions about that, and tell them that you're worried about that, or because of this, or whatever it is for you. So you may just need to take a little bit of time to yourself before you are clear enough to make that decision there, because that may actually be linked up with that decision that someone is presenting to us. All right, because you know, we've got you over here as the feminine, and the masculine was there with that decision to make. All right, so definitely feeling for a lot of you that you will make the right decision one way or another. All right, but it's just, you may just need to take some time to yourself, some time in solitude to you know, really think that through carefully. And like I said, I'm really getting that vibe. I'm not seeing any communication cards there, but I really am getting that vibe that if you talk to that person directly about, this is worrying me, this is what this is why, you know, you need to be honest. And if you start that relationship in a very open, like a very open and honest, communicative manner, you know, that is a strong foundation to set a connection on. All right. But you guys, so far, our longest reading of the day. I have been trying to stick to sort of the 20 minutes, but, you know, obviously I did go on a bit of a tangent there earlier, Scorpio, but I really hope that resonates for you guys. Leave me a comment and let me know how you guys have been going through this healing journey, this self-growth journey. I'd really love to know. I do my shadow work videos every full moon, so I really am vested in you know, supporting people, you know, heal themselves and grow themselves to be better versions of ourselves. It's a constant journey, guys. I'm sorry, but it doesn't end. But hopefully, you know, there is something that resonated for you. Feel welcome to check your other placements as well, Scorpio. But hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Thank you.